Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel, and today I'm going to do an update of my impressions of the new Milwaukee 3/8 M12 cordless ratchet. I love it. Now I'm going to talk about the pros and cons. So if you guys haven't watched my unboxing of this, go ahead, check that out. It's a pretty good video. As you guys know, the package I got was the tool with the rubber boot that protects the top, an M12 battery, and the charger with the 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapter as well. And I love the new Milwaukee M12 Ratchet, but it does have some pros and cons, especially compared to the older one. So it does have some length over the older 3/8 cordless ratchet. It also has almost double the power as the old 3/8 ratchet. And it's extremely comfortable in the hand, and I love the boot. It protects not only the tool but whatever I'm working on. I use this on the job to replace my water pump in my 2012 Malibu, which if anybody's ever done a water pump on an Ecotech, it's not exactly fun. It's not difficult, but it is tedious. And this was helpful in a lot of situations, but it was also unhelpful in some situations because of the size of the head. Where the old 3/8 ratchet does have a little bit thinner profile on the head, it could have maybe gotten into some locations where I couldn't get it in, and I'll show you that. So the thickness of the head is kind of a con in some situations because you can't get it in a lot of areas where you could get the old one. But the pro being the head of the tool is much more reliable, and it's much stronger now, where it was a weak point on the old cordless ratchet. So pros and cons there. Now another really cool feature that I'll show you is the kind of safety feature when you are trying to break something loose or tighten something. When you reach its max power, it's not going to continue to try and produce power or possibly burn up the motor. It's got a safety feature where it's going to cut that out and it won't do anything. So it's actually a pretty cool feature to make the tool last longer. So I really like that. The LED light is extremely handy. I use this thing for about 6 hours on and off, and I still have 3 out of 4 lights for the charge. So these things do last a really long time. Even in the professional field, I'm sure, if you use this all day, you're still gonna have a charge on it. So that's really nice. Now, the other nice thing is being able to use this as a normal ratchet. Say it doesn't have enough torque to break loose a fastener, or put that extra little closing torque on the pressure or on the bolt. You can use it as a normal ratchet. Now, if the bolt's extremely tight and you're trying to break it loose, I wouldn't suggest really ramming on this thing. Just go get a breaker bar, but you can put a good amount of pressure on this to break a bolt loose. But you need to be careful when doing so. The con being the battery down here at the bottom. You don't want to push on it because you can move the battery, and you don't want to damage the battery and end up buying a new battery or breaking the bottom part of the ratchet. So if you are going to push on it, make sure you're at least pushing on the rubber grip portion of the ratchet. Now I'm going to show you where the water pump is located in my Malibu and kind of show you why this head was too thick to fit for this situation, and then I'll show you the safety feature of it shutting off when it produces its max power. This is the 2.4 liter Ecotech, and the water pump is located in the back all the way down in this crack. Now obviously I didn't work at it from the top, I worked at it from the bottom because it's located on the bottom of the block. So that is the water pump right there. You can see the 4 bolts or 3 bolts right there. That is the plate that covers the sprocket and everything that goes to the water pump. It's connected to the balance shaft of the engine, so you had to use a specialty tool to hold that. So I couldn't get to these because of the spacing in between the frame and the actual water pump. So I wasn't able to access the water pump with the ratchet on this side. I could get to the back bolts and work at it from there. So it was handy in some situations, and in some situations it wasn't. So what I have here is the Milwaukee Ratchet, and I'm just gonna show you on one of the motor mount bolts, blah, blah, and just kind of show you the feature of how it stops. So you'll see it kind of jerk as it tries to apply power, and then once it realizes that it's at its max power, it will shut off. And there I'm still holding the trigger, but no power is being applied. But you can still use it as a normal ratchet. So once again, there it is. Kind of a safety feature to keep you from destroying the tool sooner than it should be. So kind of a really cool feature there, and that's my kind of first thoughts on using the Milwaukee Ratchet. I've used it on doing a few brake jobs and that water pump job, and it's worked really nicely. So YouTubers, that is my review slash first thoughts on actually what I think of the new Milwaukee 3/8 cordless ratchet after quite a few jobs. It's probably been used a total of about 10 to 15 hours worth of jobs, and it's held up great. Still got 3/4 of a charge on it, and there you have the pros and cons from me. Maybe you guys have used it and came across some other pros or cons. Please drop it down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of the new Milwaukee M12 Ratchet. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.